Aldershot, the home of the British Army. A small town with a population of less than 40,000 people, nestled in the northeast corner of Hampshire. It's been my home for the past 5 years, and is also home to Aldershot Town FC. At the beginning of April, they beat their arch-rivals Woking at home in the semi-final stage of the FA Trophy, a tournament for non-league teams from the 5th to 8th tiers of English football. Aldershot were formed in 1932 before folding in 1992, but being reformed as Aldershot Town the same year. And now, they were heading to Wembley for the first time in their history. For me, it was my second trip to Wembley in just over 2 weeks, after attending the Forest v City FA Cup semi-final. But today, I was off to see the club from the small town that I live in play there, which felt a bit surreal. A quick Wetherspoons breakfast to get me started, before I headed to the train station. The town was buzzing, and for the past few weeks shops had posters up in their windows, boards up on the lampposts, tied to railings, full-on shop window displays, flags up in pubs, and even a display in the local Tesco's. I arrived at the station to make my way up. At Waterloo, fans had already started to leave their mark. Arriving at Wembley Way, the atmosphere was starting to build, and I was starting to get even more excited. I picked up a programme, how could I not, for this historic game, then headed to the Aldershot Fan Park, which was located in Box Park. When I was at the Forest City game a few weeks ago, the Box Park was designated to Forest fans, and I had a ticket in with the Man City fans, so sadly I couldn't go in, so I was glad I could this time. It was absolutely class. A sea of red and blue for this massive day out. Well, then there was this guy in yellow and blue, a Shrewsbury fan who'd come down to cheer on the shots with his Aldershot Town supporting friend. A bit random, but what a top friend for supporting his mate. A few more beers later, and it was time to head into the stadium on this glorious day. Every year this day is known as Non-League Finals Day, with another non-league competition, the FA Vase, having its final held earlier in the day, hence why there were people leaving the stadium as I entered. You might think it looks a bit empty, but there was close to 20,000 Aldershot fans in attendance, which from a town with a population of under 40,000 is incredible. The opposition for this game was Spennymoor Town, from County Durham, who compete in the National League North, one division below Aldershot. The fans were in full voice, ready for this momentous occasion. Out came the players, and I still couldn't quite believe I was seeing this team step out onto the Wembley turf. A quick team photo, followed by a huddle, and we were off. Spennymoor started off looking the more threatening of the two sides, but Aldershot quickly grew into the game. Half-time came, and it was 0-0. Not a great first half, but promising signs for the shots. I got a pie during the break, and was back in my seat just in time to see Jack Barham open the scoring for Aldershot in the 48th minute, their first ever goal at Wembley. Loads of people missed that goal due to how busy the concourse was at half time, including people I know and most of the row in front of me. From that moment on, it was pretty much one-way traffic. The people that missed the first goal had something to celebrate properly in the 71st minute, as Dan Ellison rose to head in from a corner to put the shots 2-0 up, and closer to a first ever win under the famous arch. The flares were out, the fans elated, and who could blame them? This was history in the making. Spennymoor had a rare foray up the other end for a corner, but it came to nothing. Yep, what a goal indeed. Josh Barrett with an absolute screamer to make it 3-0 in the 87th minute. That's the kind of goal you dream of scoring in a game like this. Not that I captured it properly, but have a look at the big screen in a sec. What a hit. Surely the trophy was going to Aldershot now. Should have been 4. It was all over. Aldershot Town, the 2025 FA Trophy winners. Unreal. Even for me, having only followed this club for 5 years, I never thought I'd see them play, let alone win, a trophy at Wembley. So I can only imagine what it feels like for the fans that have followed them for their whole lives. Players in red and blue started their ascent of the famous steps, leading them up to the trophy. It was time to soak it up, take everything in. Luckily for the next part of the trophy lift, I had almost a front row seat. I know I'm repeating myself, but it still feels bizarre now that this happened. Like it was a dream. The next time I go to watch Aldershot will be back at the recreation ground, which holds just over 7,000. A wave there from the manager, Tommy Widrington. It was time for me to start making my way back home, continuing to take it all in on my way out to the stadium. But the celebrations weren't over yet. The following day I went down to the recreation ground, about a 10-minute walk from me, for the trophy parade. As with the day before, the sun was shining and the atmosphere was buzzing. Along came the bus, and here was something I might never see again, a trophy parade in this small town I call home. With the bus carrying on its route, I headed into the stadium to await their arrival back here. Fans gathered on the pitch to continue the celebrations, eager for a closer look at the trophy within the place fans call home. Out came the players after their tour of Aldershot to do the trophy lift all over again. What a couple of days, and what a story. What memories for the town, something myself and all the people here will never forget.